onto this. Awesome.
Got it.
Yep.
Okay, so let's starting at the beginning. I just wanted to say thank you for being so flexible, for going with the flow, even though with technology issues, with link issues, communication issues, we're all here now, and I'm really grateful that you spending time with us this morning. My goal and my intention is to keep this meeting to 30 minutes. Let's see if we can do that. And the focus of today's meeting is all about the mentor role and what it's like to be a business owner and a mentor, but also a mentee, and what that means to you and what that means to everybody in the team. So to do that, I went to really get a good foundation of this. I went to the our training site, and I've got that ready. So hopefully my phone's going to work because I'm on my phone now. Can you still see me? Hopefully you can. Alrighty, I can see Adeline. Adeline, I'm not sharing the screen, but is it okay? I'll just read it out. Okay, so a mentor is someone who has a certain level of knowledge in the business, even if it's just in the startup phase. A mentor is the direct contact for their new team member, which is your called a mentee. They share knowledge, skills, or experience gained to guide the mentee through the step-by-step process of establishing their business. The mentor and the mentee both gain from working together as they each develop and grow their businesses. The mentor gains knowledge and leadership skills in preparation for becoming a coach or strategist, while the mentee learns about the systems and the business model and in turn becomes a mentor to help others. So what I'd like to ask everybody now, if you can put in the chat, I lost you all, one thing that you think what it's like to be a mentor. So that's somebody who is sharing your skills with your new business partner. So that very first step, actually the first step is being a mentee. The second step is actually being a mentor. So what is one thing that you think is important when you are a mentor? You can write that in the chat. Now I just got to find the chat. Nicole's written positive attitude. Yep, mindset's everything. A cheerleader. Yep.
Cheerleader.
It's true. That's definitely true. Come on, Dave. To guide your mentee in questions that they have. Yep. Understanding. Yep. I'd like to come back to that. Lead by example, Adeline. Yep. Let's take, do we have three more?
Yeah, it's in here. I can't put it in here.
Send to everyone, Dave.
I
Rebecca said supportive. Yep. Two more? Know your stuff. Yep, well, I'll come back to that one, Dave. It's a good one. And helpful. Yep. Patient. Well done, Joy. All right, I'm going to get out of my back. Okay, so when you are, there are some people in this business that do not have a mentor that they can go to. Dave's putting his hand up. Yeah. So you're not alone. First of all, I'd like to say you're not alone, because Dave and Darren and Mike, when they created this business, the program for all of us, it was the result of not having a mentor, because they didn't have somebody to say what they could do and what they couldn't do. So having a mentor can be a good thing, And it also can be a bad thing. So I just want to encourage you that if you do not have a mentor, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It just means that you've got the freedom to search out the answers that you are looking for in another area of your business. And because of our business, the way it's structured, you can put your hand up for an accountability buddy in the forum chats. Any questions before I go on? Adeline's thumbs up. Okay, so Dave, you actually said a really good thing there. Know your stuff. Now, for a new person who's just come into the business and they're a brand new mentee, they're going, oh my gosh, how am I supposed to know all this stuff? Well, the thing is, you don't necessarily need to know all your stuff, but you need to know how to get the answer. How do you get the answer? So let's put in the chat one way. How do you get the answer? Do you need to know all your stuff? No, but you need to know how to get the answers. So what are some ways on getting the information that you need to know? Wendy, yep. Yep. Blog, yep. Google, YouTube, yep. Training. A lot of people have said training. WhatsApp chat group, yep. Yep. So I think training, yep. Mentor, yep. That's great. Coaches, yep. Now, another thing I want to highlight as well, that there are some people that have the most fantastic mentor that you could possibly have. And yet they feel like they're not moving forward. Nothing's happening for them. And I'd like to actually suggest a question there. Are you asking questions? Are you actually plugged in? Are you connected to your mentor and asking the right questions? Do we have any questions about that? The reason why I'm saying that is because when I first started, I didn't know how to ask the right questions. I didn't know what it was like to be a business owner. I was still in the employer mindset, and I expected people to help me to run my business. Even though it was my own business, I didn't really understand that concept. This is my own business. I needed to take charge, and I needed to find the information that I needed to go forward. And then I had to say, well, how do I know what information I needed to go forward? So I had to take a backward step and learn how to ask questions. So ways that I did that was to actually get involved in group meetings like this, where people were asking questions, and then listening to the answers and the questions, apply that to my business and reflect on, am I doing this? Am I putting this into practice? Am I succeeding? Do I want the results that that person's having? What am I not doing in my business that is holding me back? Questions? No questions? I hope you can still hear me.
Master, ask your ask.
Yeah. So Adeline was actually the person that helped me to understand what it was like to ask a question, because Adeline was very good at it back in those days, and she asked a lot of questions. But another thing that I had to overcome was my own fear of speaking on camera, because I was afraid of the way I looked. I was afraid of the way I came across, my English, if I was getting my message across, if I was asking the right question, because remember, I didn't know if I was asking the right question, if it was a silly question or a good question, and I didn't want to look like I was a total goof up. However, when you do just get that question out, you will find that it triggers a lot of other questions for everybody else. And then the conversation can start and breakthrough can start. So I just want to encourage everybody today to be brave, to think about the questions that you have and to reach out. So what happens if you feel like you have not a good relationship with your mentee yet? What can you do? And we've gone over those questions. Sorry, who would like to speak?
It's Nicole. I was going to say, just start to build relationships, start to get to know each other. And then that's when you have respect for each other and you can ask each other questions, even if it feels like a really stupid question.
Yeah. So Nicole, what happens if you're a brand new person, you're a little bit timid? Oh my gosh, this is so overwhelming. And you want to ask somebody a question, but you're afraid that they're so busy. How would you ask that question? How would you
Yeah. So
answer that question? Can you hear me?
So as a mentor, I hopefully have already sort of set the thing to ask people to get them to ask me questions. But as a mentee, and I think like, because I go through this as well, like with my mentors, like thinking they're really busy. It's like, so I just ask. So I know you've got a lot on, but I have a question. When you've got time, can you let me know? And so then write the question. Or if you want to organize a face-to-face time, ask that. Yeah.
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 And so let's talk about the busyness, because we all come into this business with the goal of leveraging our time because we want to be spending more time with our family and friends, and we don't want to be necessarily spending all our time on the phone answering questions. So if a mentor was to come back to you, we usually have a policy which is 24 hours to respond to your message. But there's also got to be an understanding when you're asking the question, I may not get this answer in that time. So the response is, okay, what do I do with that time? If it's something that is really important to you and you really feel like it's holding you back, then obviously you need to reach out to another. Can you still hear me, Nicole?
Yeah, you went choppy, but you're good now.
Yeah. So I'll just repeat that. So if you're giving people 24 hours and you're thinking, okay, well, actually, this person hasn't got back to me, I really need to understand what is happening here. I need an answer. Then you would right now, even if you're just brand new, to start to build your support system.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think you can create a support system? Maybe we could write that in the chat. Aline said, ask someone else. Good.
Thing with that question though, Leeanne.
Yep.
The thing with that question though, if you're brand new, and you're not getting support, you don't know who to ask. You've got no idea. If you're not being told by a mentor, oh look, I'm busy, go and have a look at a accountability partner or go and do this, do that. And if you don't know, you don't know.
Well, Dave, can I interrupt you? Dave, can I interrupt you now? Because that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing right now, so that you do know, so people do have the tools.
Yeah, but you just said if you're brand new.
Yep, you're brand new. Okay, so you're brand new. You know your mentor. All right, maybe not so brand new. You've been to one of these, and then you're getting an idea from the group. Yeah. Where am I? I can't see you. So, okay. So let me just be a little bit more clearer. Okay, so you're brand new, maybe not so brand new, thanks, Dave. But you've come to one of these groups and you can see how many people are in this chat right now.
Well, okay, if you word it like that, yeah, okay, you word it like that, yeah, okay. If you're brand new, this is the first time I've ever been to one of these.
Yeah.
If I've never been to one of these meetings before, I can reach out or type in here, I need a bit of help. Can anyone here guide me where I should be looking, because my mentor is non-existent?
Perfect. Couldn't have said that any better. So, yeah, that's fantastic. And you will find that there will be personalities that you'll be drawn to. Like attracts like. Start to build up your communication skills by chatting with each other and practice. Practice asking each other questions. And use your buddies' resources as well. So if they don't know the answer, you could say, do you know of anybody that would know the answer to this question? And for example, I could ask Nicole something, and Nicole said, you know what, I actually don't know the answer to this, but Janet Mai is an expert on this. Let's contact her. And they may contact on your behalf, or they may put a double chat with Janet Mai. So you've got a group chat going to get your question answered. But I totally love what Adeline said about Google. Google is your friend. Like, if some of the coaches are really, really busy, and you can expect that they're going to have like hundreds of people in their team. So their time is more limited than somebody that has only like a handful in their team, right? So use each other's resources and bounce ideas off each other. And if you still feel like you're not quite getting it, go up. Go up. Yeah. What do you think about that? Do we have any more questions? I hope this has brought some value to you guys. I can't actually see the time. Where are we up to? We've got 10 minutes. So would anybody like to share a breakthrough that you've had this week? Let's end this meeting on a positive, something to go through.
Someone who never ever contributes, someone who I never hear from answer the question, I reckon.
Yeah, that would be really great.
It's always the usual suspect, someone new who I've never heard their voice.
Okay, let me do a hands up. Who got leads? Who got leads this week? Who got a response to a lead? Who had a communication with a new person this week? Yeah. That's great. And you should be pat yourself on the back. You're taking a step forward. Yeah. I'm excited to get to know you guys. And I just want to say thank you so much again for joining. I hope you can hear me. And I'm sorry about all the technology issues this morning. Let's keep the chat flowing. If you have any questions, we want to hear them. And Adeline, do you have anything that you'd like to add, love?
Yeah, I think it's really good what Leeanne has shared a lot. I think sometimes when you are new, I think there is a lot of fear over how other people would see. However, my mindset when I came in was, we are going to have a big team. And if I am concerned in asking questions, then how would I make other people feel? So to me, it's really about empowering others as well. The more questions we ask, the more we feel safe to ask questions as well and to get a response. However, I know that there is time that you had certain things that you want to speak of, but you are unsure how to phrase it. It's always good to at least try, right? Because what we really want is to clarify as quickly as possible for you to get your foundation right as well. So as much as we love to want to mind read everyone, we are not able to. And the only way is to ask questions. So we kind of knew where you are at and what kind of support you actually need. So I love the whole engagement, the whole sharing from Leeanne, and it's pretty spot on as well. So in order for the business to be successful, of course, we need to know our stuff, like what Dave has shared. But in order to know our stuff, we need to ask questions and to answer and help each other as well. In this way, we actually build up our confidence in our knowledge skill as well. Right? If I'm able to facilitate and answer anyone, then I'm actually building my response to lead my buyers or my mentees in future. So way back then, I have people yet. I'm already doing that as well. And it just gets better and better at it. For me, my communication wasn't the best as well, but it's through practice and asking questions and, talking to people really helps. Again, like I don't wait for stuff. Like if this person is not going to respond due to time zone, I will reach out to other people. I'll reach out to a whole TT if I have to get my answer. So if you ask me, am I not shy? Because at the end of the day, it's my business, right? And of course, I need my business to work as well. So I wouldn't be waiting for, something to happen as well. So yeah. So like Leeanne said, I would like to challenge everybody today. Start asking questions. Start being confident and being grateful to just ask questions, because that's where we are at, to support everyone as well. But without knowing where you are at, and we just assume that there's no questions means you are all good, you know everything already, and therefore nothing's happening as well.
Awesome. Okay, well, if we are all good, we've got 5 minutes. We're actually finishing before 8:30. That's amazing. I am so impressed, but I hope it's not because somebody's got a question that they're too shy to ask. But please.
Can I just add 2 things? Sorry. I know that I've had mentees say to me that they're concerned about becoming a mentor because they don't know everything.
Yeah.
So I just want to add that when you become a mentor, you actually learn things, because you get asked questions, and if you don't know, like I didn't know everything, like I could go and ask or find out, and like I would say, I just don't know, or I'll find the right person or direct them in the right way. So I think everyone's goal from day one is to be a mentor and to have someone as soon as possible, and then you can learn together as well. So I just wanted to add that becoming a mentor actually helps you to grow as a business owner.
And you can actually say, when somebody asks you a question, your response can be, do you know what? I have an idea, but let's just check together what the training says. Or let's just check together what Adeline says on this idea, or what Nicole says on this idea. So what you're doing is you're learning together. 1, you're building up relationship. 2, and then you've got somebody to talk the idea over with, because you actually, when you teach somebody something, you actually learn more through teaching. It's pretty cool the way that happens. Yeah. And Nicole, was there something else? Yeah. Yep. Dave?
No, I was going to say, I'll ask Adeline, and Adeline will ask Google.
Exactly. And then you can learn together. Or Adeline will say, David, have you checked Google yet?
No, I was waiting for you to do that for me.
No. See, that's the other thing. It's all about our own businesses, and we need to put the effort in ourselves.
I've said this before in the army. Okay, if you're lecturing, if you're instructing, and a soldier asks you a question, and if you don't know it, you say, "I will get back to you."
Yeah, beautiful.
That's exactly what you got to do. I'll get back to you. I don't know, because no one knows everything.
Yeah,
impossible.
Exactly. That's fantastic. Okay, guys, who would like to take a photo? Because I am in the car and I can't see.
Yeah, everyone want to switch on your camera. We're taking pictures before we head off. So
hang on.
and I totally align with Nicole. We doesn't have to wait until we have mentees before we become a mentor. Start taking ownership and be a mentor right from the beginning already, because you are actually mentoring yourself as well through this.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah.
Glad you said that.
Okay. Patricia and Shirley, do you want to take pictures? If you can't on, then that's fine too. Okay. 1, 2. Okay, one more just to be safe. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. Start asking questions. Have a good weekend, everyone. Bye.
Bye.